And this is a mystery box.
Or the mystery box.
What's in the box?
Mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Okay, we took a break, but we couldn't stay away forever. This is another episode of the Road Trip Collection. This is a comic book collection that I purchased off of Craigslist and then drove like 4 hours to get. The first two episodes were colossally disappointing, but maybe we'll find something interesting out of this box. I'm not holding my breath. With that being said, let's grab our first stack of comic books. We've got some very 90s Superman here with his wonderful mullet. More Superman. I have to be honest, this is at least better than the third-party garbage we had out of the other box. This is a 60-cent Superman and Batman. It has Batman on it. That's at least better than nothing. Superboy. Uh-oh. Here we've got 1, 2, 3 issues of Superman 564. 2 issues of 598. More Adventures of Superman. This is all reinforcing my theory that this was like a bargain box at a comic book store. That someone just got and then sold to some bum on Craigslist for too much money. Marvel Knights Spider-Man. Okay. More Superman. Reign of the Supermen. This was after Superman died. All these characters showed up. The Metropolis Kid, Cyborg Superman, and Steel. There were others too. They were all trying to fill the void left by dead Superman. Superman 500. More Reign of the Supermen. This one is really chewed up. The cover is like not quite on. That staple is ripped out, so that's great. Pointless. Superman 557, Marvel Knights Fantastic Four. I didn't know they did a Marvel Knights series with Fantastic Four, and I didn't know that Grant Morrison wrote it. That's cool. Oh my god, I found something I like out of these boxes, you guys. Tomb Raider Epiphany, because Smut sells comic books. Next stack. Oh boy, we've got... Okay, they're not all the same. These are a bunch of... They're 2 different Superman, or 3 different Superman comics that are like drawn on... These are supposed to be like the progression of Superman art, maybe? That's kind of neat, I guess. Oh, 3 copies of 561, 562, 563. This is all 90s trash. Whoa! Talk about 90s trash. The 10th with a butt. The 10th with a big monster. I don't know what the 10th is. I don't think it is high quality. Ultraman. This is a very big comic book that someone charged $5 for. Big Bang Comics. Toe tags featuring George Romero. Teen Titans. I like the Teen Titans. We've talked about the Teen Titans before. This isn't total trash. Pit, number 1. I'm surprised this doesn't say collector's edition anywhere. They were all over that stuff back then. Pit, number 2. Another Pit, number 1. Pit, number 7. And more Adventures of Superman. My nephew-in-law is a big DC fan, and if he's watching, he's seeing his Christmas presents this year. Oh! Okay. Okay, Shadowhawk. Someone was trying to get $5 for that. Apparently Spawn makes an appearance in this. That's fun. Savage Dragon. Cygor. Supreme. Spartan. Oh, Jackie Chan, Spartan X. Yeah, I'll read that. More Savage Dragon. More Savage Dragon. This was a fun comic. Savage Dragon was like a cop, but he was also a dragon, so he had to deal with cop issues and dragon issues. Tsunami. More 10th. I don't know what this is. Hey, a couple old Avengers comics. Look at that. 243 and 244. That's cool. Harvey Picar's American Splendor. I'm into that. More Star Trek. Catwoman. More The 10th with butts. They were really trying to sell these comics. All said and done, I am so far not as disappointed with this box as I was the other two. 10th, 10th, 10th. More Savage Dragon fighting a man shark. That's kind of cool. That's very Mignola-esque, but it's not Mignola. Savage Dragon, Shadowhawk featuring Savage Dragon. What does that say? Tin Can Man. All Image 90s crap. No one's really clamoring for Tin Can Man out there. Hey, The Tribe. This is not a great comic, and it's not worth anything, but it is not a garbage box of comic books without at least one copy of The Tribe. When I bought this, I mentioned before, I bought it sight unseen. I sort of anticipated just getting a bunch of The Tribe. It's kind of notorious for being in these. Okay, more Savage Dragons, some Supreme, The Return, Rose. That's a very thick book. Jeff Smith and Charles Vess. Rose again, not as thick, but still kind of thicker than your normal comic book. Another Tribe. Maybe we'll find more of those. Underworld. This is a pretty big one. It's really scuffed up, but these movie adaptations typically aren't worth anything anyway. I think we found in one of our other other boxes, we found those Blade Runner comics. Those were kind of a different story. How to Color for Comics from the Antarctic Press. It's kind of interesting. Cover price on that is pretty high too. $5. Can you see that? $5 real money, $8 Canadian. Transformers and Micronauts. Megaton Man by Don Simpson. Some of Don Simpson's stuff can be pricey, but I doubt very much it would be if it was in this. Oh my god, look at this, you guys. X-Men number 12. This is the first appearance of the Juggernaut. I'm obviously just kidding. I seeded the box because I figured we wouldn't find anything good. New X-Men. This is Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men. Obviously, the cover art is a little risque. Classics Illustrated, Tomo and Witchblade, Hercules. This time, Topps Comics Hercules, based on the Legend Continues, the great TV show from the late 90s. What is this? Scintilla? Scintwa? I don't know. It's not good. Alright, some more bagged comics. Masters of the Universe. Judge Anderson. This is a character who is in the Judge Dredd comic books. Here she is getting her own series. A couple issues of Ghostbusters. They're not numbered. Oh, 4 of 4. Those are both 4 of 4. Let's see. This is Eye of the Storm. I don't know how much of this you guys can see because the cover is awful. There's a rip-off X-Wing there and some lightning going on. And then here's a rip-off lightsaber. Oh my god, how did these guys not get sued? Here, oh, a signed copy of Eye of the Storm, you guys. Shane signed it. How cool is that? These look like absolute trash. Here we have some sort of like comic strip thing that's been bagged and boarded. Dark Minds, Fairy Ghost in the Shell. Oh, cool. CSI Miami. CSI Miami. CSI Miami. CSI Miami. If the rest of this box wasn't so good, I'd be really disappointed right now. And I don't even mean so good. The rest of this box has not been so good. The rest of this box has been tolerable compared to the first 2 boxes that we opened. More CSI Miami for all those. Oh, this is not, I apologize. This is not CSI Miami. This is CSI Crime Scene Investigation. And here we have some super high effort cover art where they have taken a photo from the hit TV show CSI Crime Scene Investigation and printed it on paper. More CSI, more CSI. Now you're looking at my mom's Christmas present. My mom is getting a stack of CSI comic books for Christmas this year. You can tell they put just a ton of effort into these. Banana Sundae, Angel 750. Starman is cool. Yeah, I'll take Starman. I don't have any of these. More Superman, Starman. More the 10th. Boy, there's a lot of these in here. Someone was a fan. 10th issue 0 with a giant monster. More Superman, more the 10th. Bloodlines featuring Superman. We're nearing the end of the box as a result. They're getting a little bit more difficult to work with. Superman, Rising Stars. J. Michael Straczynski is another writer that I quite like. Joss Whedon's Frey. What is this? Avengers 1.5? So this is some sort of like, I don't know, maybe a throwback. Monolith. 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 Monolith? Monolith. 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 Iron Man. Iron Fist 1. I bet that's worth a ton of money. Iron Fist 2. The Iron Age. This is chewed up a bit. You've got like, whenever they do white, I don't know why they do white on these because they get dirty so fast. They have to go like immediately into a bag and board, and if you want them in any good quality, or Savage Dragon, you just have to never touch them. Youngblood and Savage Dragon. Okay. Super chewed up copy of X Factor, moderately chewed up copy of X Factor. Decent quality X Factor, little chewed up. These aren't too bad. This is all very 90s art. Really exaggerated faces. Some of the proportions just seem a little bit off. X Factor tribe again! 3 tribes. Crypt. Savage Dragon. I like Doom Patrol. That's cool. Some Doom Patrol comics. TV show is good. You should check out the TV show. Conan. We all like Conan. Marvel Knights Daredevil. Oh, cool. Marvel Knights Daredevil with Brian Michael Bendis. This was a great run of comic books. Fantastic. I have some of these. Here's another white one, all dirty and gross. Daredevil Ninja. Daredevil. Bendis. Wetworks. Okay, last stack in this box. Hasn't been as bad as the others. The CSI stuff was kind of garbage, and we got 3 copies of Tribe, but we also got some pretty decent stuff, some Teen Titans, some Doom Patrol, Wetworks, Super 90s, Wetworks. I guess I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's not real thoughtful. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is, if Tribe is not it, this is like the quintessential comic book that you find in bargain bins. Wildcats #2. Jim Lee, I mean, inarguably one of the greatest comic book artists of all times, but almost solely responsible for this style in the 90s of like blade hands and bodacious babes and pouches on everything. That wasn't quite Jim Lee. That was a little bit Deadpool guy. But this one you find all over the place. This was like meant to be the collector's edition. It had the foil on it. It was all crazy. You find these all over the place. Wildcat 11, Wildstar 1, Wildstar 2, Youngblood. There's more of those pouches. Rob Liefeld. That's who I was thinking of. Deadpool guy. Rob Liefeld. Look at all the pouches. It's just wall-to-wall pouches. And you know what you don't see? Feet. You don't see any feet down there because Rob Liefeld can't draw feet. That's the meme. Youngblood, he can draw feet a little bit. See, that's a foot. Youngblood again. He liked these face things. He created Shatterstar, and Shatterstar in Marvel. He had one of those face things too. Youngblood. Zealot. Okay, we're all done with box 3 of the Road Trip collection. Only 4 more to go. But I have to admit, this one was a little encouraging. There was at least a lot of DC and Marvel stuff in here. And I mean, I don't mean to be a snob. Like, I love a ton of Image stuff, but I don't love this Image stuff. You know, this is not like they're not. This was an era of Image where they really weren't concerned with the writing. They were focusing on the art, and they were really trying to make the art as extreme and awesome and savage and brutal as possible. And so they're not really telling compelling stories in these comic books. Right, and it's pretty obvious that they're not. They're telling pretty basic, like, slap fight, punch war stories. I like the era of Image where they were publishing Sweet Tooth, and you know, I think to a certain extent, like the